album Planet March. Would you like to introduce yourself to Fanboy readers?
My name is Jonas. I'm the singer of KATATONIA.
And how are we doing today? Good?
I'm all good, thank you.
Yes? Yeah. Tired by any chance?
Not too tired actually. We had a gig in Manchester last night, but I was kind of nice going to bed early.
So, KATATONIA started out as like a Paradise Lost fanboys.
Oh yeah.
And one of your biggest influences. You've previously toured with them before and you're currently touring with them now for the 20th anniversary.
Yes.
So now that you guys have developed your own entity and you play music that's suited for KATATONIA, it must be a dream come true to be able to play with one of your biggest influences and be displaying and showcasing your own music.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've toured with them before. So we're good friends, and it's always fun to be out with them. They're really funny guys, and as you said, they've been a great influence on us. So we still have that fanboy in us.
Do you?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Is it just a little bit? It peeks out every now and again.
Yeah. I mean, I try to watch them every night. I'm just a little bit like, just try to remember back in, I think, 92 was the first time I saw them. They played in Sweden, and I was like queuing up, just getting so overwhelmed that I was about to see them. So I still want to have a bit of respect and just check a song or two and just go back and nostalgia.
And nostalgia.
Yeah.
So you do still get that energy?
Yeah, totally.
You always have that though.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you can't just skip that.
So over the years, KATATONIA have been figuring out their sort of their own identity. In an online statement, we said like KATATONIA has become a philosophy, at least for ourselves. Where does this philosophy stem from?
I think it's kind of an easy one, just trying to be ourselves, not taking too much influence from whatever is hot at the moment. You know, we've always been doing this. We will continue to do this. We're not interested in overnight success. It's just about doing our thing.
Well, definitely. Well, you've been doing your thing for how many years? Like over 20 years?
Oh,
now?
over 20 years. Yeah.
So you must be getting somewhere close.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're reaching there.
So as a band, you said we've been going over 20 years. It was said that your album Discouraged Ones was the main evolution point for the modern day KATATONIA. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we always strive to take the music forward, not by trying to adapt to some certain style or anything. Just, and we're kind of open-minded people when it comes to different kinds of music, and just taking influences from whatever, folk rock or ambient stuff or death metal, anything that's good to us is going to find a place in the music that we make further on. So it's all about being open-minded, but still a bit narrow-minded, because you want to keep your...
You're going to keep your audience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what's the strangest piece of music then you've come across? If you're very open to different types of music, is there different types of music you tend to look for, or you've come across?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I listen to a lot of metal music, obviously, since I was a kid, and still love it. But these days I tend to listen to, or try to find music that is a bit more soothing, maybe. Like, because when you're on tour, and when you get back home, you're sick of having loud
metal
music. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So then I just try to listen to like some avant-garde jazz stuff,
Oh, jazz stuff, yeah.
Because it's so not like full-on crazy jazz, but more easygoing.
Instrumental,
mellow.
Yeah, no.
That's really because I don't want to lose the music. Just because I've been on tour, I'm just sick of music. So I want to listen to something just to keep the.
Yeah, no. So, Dead and Kings is being reworked and you've created what is it, Dethroned and Uncrowned. While seeking out this new ambience and tranquility for the album, why did you choose to rework an existing album rather than creating new material?
I would call it an experiment. It's not something we would like to do with every album. It was just like for Dead and Kings, this worked really good.
It just didn't. So when it was actually produced, was it like an instant thing of, we want to try this and try it out as a project and see how people react to it?
Yeah, sure.
So what was it then about that album that stood out, that made you want to do that project, that made you carry on, because you've been doing the ambience, you've been trying to create this sort of progression side into music for many albums now, haven't you? It's got to the point where now you've been able to go on to, take away the drums and the guitar. So what was it about Dead and Kings that finalised it?
I think basically the songs were good enough to, because if the songs weren't good enough, once you take something away, it would be like it's not working out.
Yeah.
But for this one, we realized that the songs are actually working, and that was I think the main reason. We could do another version where some different elements could shine more than they could do on the original album.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think there's two different perspectives for the album in terms of the listener. If you listen to Dead and Kings, there's a different evoking of emotion, I think. Definitely.
I still think Dead and Kings is the real version.
The real version. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Because that's. But it's your most successful album as well. Especially. So from pushing boundaries and experimenting, what have you learned about yourselves?
I think we learned a lot over the years. I think we learned that we shouldn't be afraid to experiment. Not think too much what people are going to expect from us. This sounds like a cliche stuff, but it's actually true. Maybe back in the day we were tending to try to please everyone.
So Viva Emptiness is being re-released and you're celebrating, its anniversary, and obviously you're playing the entire city of Damnation today, aren't you? So the themes underlying movies are depression, social relations, lying and crime. What can you tell us about where KATATONIA were at that time, the journey to find you guys are?
I think at the time we did Viva Emptiness, we were doing the album as a reaction towards the previous record, which was more, I would say, a little bit maybe more pop-oriented in the song structures.
Yeah.
We used more of the full chords on the guitars rather than riffing, so we felt like we've done this now, let's go back and see if we can make a little bit more aggressive music, still emotional, but take back some of the elements that we used back in the day, like double bass drums, heavier riffing. So
gritty.
Yeah. So I think Viva Emptiness is kind of a foundation for what we are today. Of course, the whole back catalogue is part of where we are today, but Viva Emptiness is like a foundation. Yeah.
Is it hard then, because you write a lot about depression, the dark side of life, is it quite hard to focus on it a while? Does it get overwhelming sometimes? Or is that where the jazz comes into?
Maybe, yeah. No, it's, to me it's become natural to write, because the band is also kind of an outlet for like emotions, both musically and lyrically for us. So I'm only writing when I'm feeling like I have something to say,
Is it quite cathartic?
It is, yeah, in a way. So I'm not always depressed.
No.
But when the time comes and it's good to try to get something out of it rather than just sitting staring at it. Just write a few words, keep them, look back at them, see if there's something you can use.
See if there's something there. Definitely. So, is this your first time hearing the Damnation?
Yes.
Yes, it is, yeah. What do you think to this year's lineup?
I think it's great. It's varied. A lot of cool bands. I'm looking forward to the artists.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them since, I think, 92 or something. So.
Well, I was 2 years old then. So
all right.
I'm definitely looking forward to Carcass. I've never seen.
No, it's good. It should be a good show.
Yeah. Well, we've got quite a lot of. I don't know if you managed to catch anything on the ISO merch stage. We've got quite a lot of ambient stuff.
Okay.
On that one, so I think it's a good mixture.
Yeah. It's a little bit of everything. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, cheers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look forward to it. Look forward to Viva Emptiness.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.